You know, Nvidia, we're the engine that drives a lot of the innovation of our partners. So that partner could be an Avid, it could be an Adobe, it could be an Autodesk. You know, we have a lot of different partners. And we just want to make sure that we're building the right products and doing things. So get connected to the real end users, that real editor, that real broadcast professional, you know, et cetera, and bring that back. So that's a big part of my job too.
Okay, one thing I've been really impressed with over the last year, basically, at NVIDIA is every time we come to these trade shows, the booth is just really filled with wonderful partners, and it really shows off your technology. And I know this year, no different, and you have a lot of the mobile people in your booth.
Yeah, we've got, well, one example at a kind of a very practical level is Hewlett-Packard has a mobile workstation, and we're running Adobe Premiere Pro in that instance, both in 2D and 3D stereo on there. So if you're a broadcaster or an independent producer or anybody that really needs to be mobile in that sense of mobile, kind of the laptop sense of mobile, that's a great solution. It's kind of at an aggressive price point, and it's got enough power there that you can do just really significant work on a system like that, so that's great. But kind of at the other end of the spectrum, NVIDIA, in addition to our Quadro professional cards, which is what pretty much all of our partners here are using, we also are the reference design for Android. So we've got in our Tegra line, we've got the Motorola Zoom is a great example of the tablet-based systems. So we're really happy to be showing a new company from a partner called View Partners with a product called Studio Pass. They've got a cloud-based review and approval solution. So the content goes into the cloud, and then from one of these Tegra-based tablets, again, the Motorola Zoom happens to be what we're using, you can do collaboration, you can illustrate it. Angelina Jolie and Salt was one of their first kind of early adopters. So, you know, you've got a star like that that's in Poland as part of the shoot, and a team in Santa Monica and second unit in Montreal or something, you know, and everybody's able to collaborate on a shot like that and say, remove the telephone poles from the background here, or soften that, you know, and remove the tattoo there. And so there's other vendors too that are working on this problem, but we're really excited about the idea of leveraging cloud-based systems, leveraging the technologies that we're trying to put into at a tablet level to be able to, you know, decode Flash and H.264 and work with different media and data types as well at that level, in addition to the higher end systems that we're showing. So we're excited by that part too.
Okay, as far as your products go, can you tell us a little bit about some of the newer products that you've been offering?
Yeah, so NVIDIA has a very large presence in the gamer space, right? Our GeForce cards have the largest market share there, and you know that's a very robust business for us. We have also a professional line of products that is the Quadro line, and that's, again, what we would recommend for all of the different solutions here in media and entertainment. We build and test those specifically. Like, for instance, I'm on the phone 3 days a week with Avid, making sure that Media Composer or 5.5 has, you know, a very specific driver for that, and we're getting full performance out of that. Adobe's done a wonderful job with the Mercury playback engine that a lot of your viewers are probably familiar with, using our CUDA technology, working hand in hand with us to be able to, again, accelerate. They probably have 36 different effects that are specifically accelerated using the GPU. So for that part of the line, our professional part of the product line, the Quadro is really it. So that comes in two flavors. It is, you know, for the desk side systems, and that's how most people use it. But then also, as I mentioned earlier, for laptops, we've got a whole range of mobile solutions as well. So for instance, Premiere Pro is supporting, I think, 17 different configurations on there across the line. So from us, from a product perspective, we're not announcing any new products here, but what we have been announcing is a whole host of new partners who are coming on board to take advantage of these Quadro professional graphics for us. And they're big names, and we couldn't be more proud. I mean, we're talking about Quantel and Chiron, in addition to Adobe and Autodesk and Avid and others that are on there. We're working with Arri on an airy raw workflow to be able to use our CUDA technology to decode that in real time and do the debayering and to do the color correction with Iridos in that case. And so both with these kind of some new breakthrough solutions, as well as what I think of as the industry standards, we've got this whole host of partners. I know you're talking to Assimilate as part of this series as well. They're another great example with Scratch and their new line of Scratch Lab. They're taking great advantage of our technology. We're working very closely with us, again, to be able to use the GPU to get a performance that just isn't possible on a CPU alone.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty amazing that, not too long ago, it seemed like, everything was done on the SGIs years ago, and we talked about the big supercomputers. Now, there's almost a strategy that Nvidia has to be a supercomputer on a chip.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, if you follow the supercomputing industry, the highest end systems today, the most powerful supercomputers in the top 500 is how they look at it. Quite a number of those at the very in the top 10 are all based around Nvidia technology. So in that case, they're using our Tesla product, which is sort of the server version of our Quadro, it's purpose-built specifically to go in servers and to be able to scale out to very large amounts. So we literally are in supercomputing in a big way. And then when you look at the power that's in the, anybody who's got like an Atrix phone or some of the new tablets, just the compute power that is in there, and of course that's only going to grow as well. So our strategy, both at the very, very high end and also in the mobile space with both phones and tablets, is to drive this very high level of performance, supercomputing performance into super phones, all the way up in super tablets, all the way up literally into supercomputing. And that's really part of our strategy. We're trying to drive innovation. We're trying to help our partners to be able, again, for them to innovate, to bring the highest end solutions to market, so that the ultimate end user, whether that's an editor or a broadcaster or a consumer or a gamer, right? We're in that whole line of things, and that's what's driving us.
Okay, I'm just going to look and see if we have any questions. So far, nothing's come in. So are there any last words that you want to leave for our audience?
Well, I guess from my standpoint, I've been in this industry for a long time, and I'll just tell you straight out, I couldn't be more excited to be at Nvidia. The quality of the people that we have, the quality of the partnerships that we have, the engineering, the amount of innovation that's going on right now. There's such exciting stuff. One thing I hadn't mentioned earlier is we have a partner, 3Reality, that's doing just great stuff with 3D stereo, and that's a big part of our business as well. And in that case, they're doing the calibration of the cameras by taking the images in through our video I/O products, and then doing image analysis on our Quadro, and then sending that analysis back to then fine-tune the calibration of the cameras. That takes it down from like 30 minutes to 4 minutes or something. And, so you don't have enough time in a session like this for me to go through all of the different partnerships and things that we're doing. But if you just look around the show, it's very gratifying for me personally to be a part of those breakthrough technologies and that innovation, and to be able to talk to customers who are trying to accomplish something they've never been able to do before. That's, just flat out, that's really fun, right? That's a lot more fun than just trying to do the same thing that they did last year for 12% less money or something. It really drives me personally is people who are trying to get to accomplish something that's never been done before, and this is an awesome industry to be in for part of that.
Well, that's what this is all about, innovation. And I urge anyone who's here at the show, please go by the Nvidia booth. What is that number?
Oh gosh, you put me on the spot. What is our booth number? SL2728. You stumped the band on our booth number. Sorry. It's in between Autodesk and Adobe. That's the easiest way to
How can you miss it? And please go by, because I think everyone's going to be very pleasantly surprised and happy you did. If not, definitely tune into Nvidia.com and you can see the latest offerings that the company has. And I think that's it.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.